Hari Om. Patanjali has explained 8 obstacles in the journey of yoga, which you have understood and accepted also, because the obstacles are there in our journey also of yoga. Patanjali has given the solution also. But now he wants to explain that if you can't overcome the obstacles, you have to face some problems. And what are those problems? Those are explained in Sutra number 31. Dukkha daurmanasya angame jayatva shvasa prashvasa vikshepa sahabhuvaha. He says vikshepa sahabhuvaha. Vikshep means obstacles. So these are the results coming with the obstacles. If you overcome the obstacles, these results also will be overcome. And this is a style of Patanjali. When he said Chitta Vritti Nirodha, he says if you control the vrittis, there will be no clash. If you don't control, there will be clash. So he explained both the ways, or both sides, or both aspects of that. Similarly, here also he is explaining both the aspects. If you overcome the obstacles, the journey will be smooth and you can reach to the end. But if you can't, then what is to be done? What is going to happen? That is what is explained in the sutra. The first result is dukkha. Dukkha is pain. That is physical and mental also. And that is obviously there. When obstacles are there and we can't overcome the obstacle, the pain is there. Because we start thinking how to overcome. If I can't overcome, my journey will be stopped. So all these complications are there and they can create the pain, physical and mental. Then there is a daurmanasya. Daurmanasya is a mental weakness, depression-like condition, we can say. Pain may be mostly physical, but daurmanasya is totally mental. Just imagine you are traveling and some obstacle is there. And you know that you can't overcome the obstacle. So your journey is stopped. So definitely the mental weakness will be there. Mental depression will be there. I can't overcome the obstacle. My journey is stopped. How I can reach? And this mental depression or mental weakness will further go on cumulative. Go on increasing. You can't do it. So my mind is weak, and then because mind is weak, you still cannot overcome the obstacle. So it becomes a vicious circle. So this is also a result if you can't overcome the obstacle. Next is angame jayatva. Controlling the body organs. You will not be able to control. Because when pain is there, mental weakness is there, definitely it will reflect in the physical condition also. Physically also the person can become weak. There will be no proper energy to overcome the obstacle. So these results will be more cumulative and they will just stop you from overcoming the obstacle. You can't overcome the obstacles. So all this cumulative effect is very bad. But that has to be there if you cannot overcome the obstacle. Shvasa prashvasa. Shvasa means inhalation, prashvasa means exhalation. So he wants to mention that inhalation, exhalation also will be difficult. Because definitely effect of mental status will be there on the breath. And if breathing is not proper, it will reflect on body. So all these problems are cumulative. And these are bound to come if we can't overcome the obstacle. That is what Patanjali is mentioning in the particular sutra. So he wants to say that yes, you must overcome the obstacle. And that is why follow the solution, chanting of Om. So for every yoga practitioner, we can say Om chanting is a must. Because obstacles are bound to come, and along with that all these complications are also bound to come. And how to overcome Om chanting is there. So if we start chanting Om from the very beginning, before the obstacle comes, then mostly obstacle will not be there at all. And that is how Patanjali has explained in earlier sutra that effect of Om chanting is absence of obstacle. Absence of obstacle. Because if you start in the beginning only, so no obstacle will come. And your journey and the yoga practice will be very smooth, and you will reach to the end within a shorter period. Hari Om.